guys, what's up? It's Jessie Hilgenberg, and today's video is going to be awesome because I'm going to walk you through the 4 absolute best glute exercises that exist. But it's very important to let you know before we get started that the 4 best glute exercises on the planet don't actually exist, because one body is different from another body. Everybody's mechanics and genes and bodies are different. What works best for your glutes may not work for your friend's glutes. That being said, it's very important to keep in mind that you are working hip extension and hip abduction, and that you're moving through all the planes of movements. So that's how I chose these 4 awesome glute exercises today. You wanna watch that all of those things are incorporated into your training program. The Jessie's Girls training programs and the Jessie's Girls daily workouts all incorporate hip extension and hip abduction and work through the 4 planes of movement. So let's show you what those are. Our first exercise is a side lying hip abduction. Grab a weight if you want to add some resistance to this. Lie on your side. Your top leg will be the leg that you're working. You want your hips stacked, and your hips and shoulders should be squared facing forward. Bend your bottom leg and then lift the top leg up toward the ceiling. Your leg should remain straight and your foot flexed, leading the entire movement with the outside edge of that top foot. Feel free to add weight to your top leg to increase the resistance here. As you lift your leg up, think leading with that outer edge up and just slightly back to target the glutes and hip. Next up is the queen of glute exercises, the hip thrust. There are lots of ways to do this. I'm going to show you the movement, but feel free to add a band, a pause at the top, pulse reps, or really anything that increases the intensity while keeping perfect hip thrust form. Load your barbell and scoot your back up to the bench. Add a pad to protect your pelvis and make sure the bar is perfectly even across your hips. Place your elbows or arms up onto the bench and lift up so that your lower shoulder blades are on the bench. Scoot your feet back toward your hips so that your shins are vertical, and tuck your chin into your chest with your gaze being right out over the tops of your legs. As you thrust up, make sure you have a posterior tilt at the top of the movement to get the most glute contraction. Squeeze your glutes hard and then slowly lower. Imagine having the shortest amount of distance between your rib cage and your pelvis at the top of the movement to protect your spine and get maximum glute activation. Our third exercise is the banded side lying clam. Lie down on your side and place the band at knee level. Be careful not to have your hips too straight. You want really good hip flexion here in this exercise. So try to get close to 90-degree angles at your feet, knees, and hips. Keeping your hips stacked and your hips and shoulders squared facing forward. Lift up at the top knee, keeping your feet together and maintaining your body position. Do not open your hips up toward the ceiling. You can also do this exercise moving your feet apart, keeping in mind the top and bottom legs need to stay aligned in position with each other, so keep those 90-degree angles. Our last exercise is the banded goblet squat. This exercise is so important to perfecting your form in a squat, as it helps train you to keep your torso upright and your hips really nice and flexible. Grab a kettlebell or a dumbbell and place the band at knee level. Your stance should be around shoulder width with your toes just slightly pointed out. Hold the kettlebell, or if you have a dumbbell, hold it vertically. Hold it close to your chest with your lats engaged and your elbows tight into your torso. Squat down, keeping your elbows inside your knees, your feet flat on the ground, and your chest lifted. Don't let your spine round or your chest point down at the bottom. Push through your heels to rise back up and repeat, keeping your knees pressing out against the resistance of the band. Okay guys, I hope you loved it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you love this content from me. I hope you learned a lot from this. Always make sure that you're just checking out your glute training, making sure you're getting that hip extension, that hip abduction, and that you're moving through all of the planes. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss my next video, and check out all of the Jessie's Girls training programs at jessiefitness.com. Bye.